In this video, we're going to look at how much it's going to cost you to put up a fence wall on a one plot of land in Ghana in 2023 coming up next. All right, so for you to put up a fence wall in Ghana, we are assuming that the plot is a 100 by 70 plot, okay? And if it's a half plot, then you can probably have the total final cost. So stick to the end of the video because we're also going to talk about the gate you are going to require when you are done putting together your fence wall. Now, with that said, you're going to need about 2,000 pieces of solid blocks, 6 inches solid blocks. Today, 6 inches solid blocks is selling for about 7.20 Ghana cedis. It could be less, it could be more. Let us know how much it costs in your local area. But let's estimate that we are going to get our solid blocks at even 8 Ghana cedis. So the 2,000 by 8 is going to give us 16,000 Ghana cedis for the blocks alone. Next, you are going to need bags of cement. You are going to need at least 100 bags of cement for the mortar, the concrete, and you are going to need more if you want to plaster your walls. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to assume that you are not plastering, because for my project, I haven't plastered, and this is the cost that I incurred. I used 100 bags of cement. Today, a bag of cement is selling for about 100 Ghana cedis, so that translates to 10,000 Ghana cedis for the bags of cement. Next, you need to cater for sand and stones, and you are going to need a trip of sand and a trip of stones. Today, a trip of sand is selling between 1,800 to 3,500, depending on the cubic capacity of the truck which is delivering the sand or stones, and how far they are going to fetch the sand or stones, and how far they are going to deliver it to your project site, right? So let's assume that you are paying 3,500 for the sand and 3,500 for the stones. That is 7,000 cedis in total. Next, you are going to use iron rods, and for my project, I purchased about 5,000 cedis worth of iron rods. It could be more by the time you are watching this video, so let's even estimate double that amount, so 10,000 cedis for the total iron rods required. You're going to use some for the mat, which is like the footing where the main iron rods are going to be put, right? And they are going to need the main pillars as well. So that is going to cost you between 5,000 to 10,000 Ghana cedis worth of iron rods. Then you are going to need boards to hold up the iron rods for them to pour the concrete into. And so you are going to need wire boards. You're going to purchase between 40 to 100 wire boards. And today, one is selling between 100 Ghana cedis to 190 cedis. So let's assume that you are using just 40 and one is 100. That's 4,000 Ghana cedis. Next, you are going to pay for labor. And when it comes to laying blocks, okay, usually they charge per block laid. The average or industry standard is about 2 cedis per block laid. You can negotiate for lower. But for the purpose of this video, let's budget 2 cedis for each block laid. And since we are laying 2,000 blocks, that translates to 4,000 cedis for the cost of labor. And so if we are going to add up all these costs, then we are looking at about 45,000 cedis to about 50,000 cedis for 100 by 70 plots. And so if you are doing a half plot, then that is going to be about 20 to 25,000 Ghana cedis for the 100 by 35 or a 70 by 50 plot of land. And it also helps if you already have neighbors who have done some parts of the wall already, then you don't need to spend so much money. But if you are the first person starting off in that area, they are going to use a lot of money. And like I said, it also depends on how high you want your wall. Some people want their walls this high, some want it this, some want it this high, right? And the higher you want it, the more blocks, the more materials are going to go into it. Now, you can also decide to use interlocking bricks for your wall, which is going to save you about 10 to 15% of the total cost of what we've already mentioned. And I have a video where we interviewed somebody. I'm going to link it in the description below, so click on it and check that video out. Now, when you are done with your wall, you're also definitely going to need a gate, and we did this video over here for you. So we interviewed somebody who does gates and more in this video, so kindly click on this video and watch it. We'll see you over there. Thanks, Bebre.